Welcome to Spiritual Direction Supervision. My name is Maria Chan, and I'm one of the supervisors for this course. Together with my colleagues, we have been anticipating your arrival, and we are so glad that you have made it here. Here is a place where all that wonderful teaching you received to date can now be applied in the offering of spiritual direction and through the accompaniment of supervision. As I tried to imagine what you might be feeling, it brought back memories of how nervous I was when it came to this part of my training program. To my delight, supervision was not only a safe place to bring my questions and concerns when offering spiritual direction, but a tandem ministry that nourished my growth and development as a spiritual director. Over the years, my supervisors have been compassionate, grace-filled, and able to see beyond the difficulties or challenges I brought into supervision to the person that God has uniquely created me to be, and consequently have honored the transformative work God is already doing, but that has come more into focus through the conduit of spiritual direction. With their loving accompaniment, my supervisors have collectively called forth gifts that would have otherwise remained dormant within me. Now that I'm a supervisor, my supervision philosophy reflects my own experience, which is best articulated by James Nefsey. He describes the supervisor's role as one that beholds the unique image of God at the core of the director. What I understand this to mean is that while you all have in common a sense of calling to spiritual direction and together are practicing contemplative and evocative skills, each of you will express this in uniquely personal ways. It is through supervision I personally have gained a better understanding of who I am as a spiritual director. Supervision then for me is a liberating experience. Liberating because after addressing that which the Holy Spirit is inviting me to explore further, i.e., what has been triggered or is collapsing my story into my directee story, from this place of liberation, I am free to be myself and by extension, allow the directee to be his or herself and on the journey they are on with God. The resulting spiritual freedom enables me to say, not my will be done in this directee's life, Lord, but your will be done in this directee's life. After all, the directees we meet with are the very reason we are in supervision. However, supervision is also the place I get to celebrate breakthroughs, to savor profound insights, and to share the uplifting experiences that often emerge in the offering of spiritual direction. I find the beauty of supervision is that in attending to my own self, the absent others are blessed by the hard work I have invested, the freedom I now experience, and the contagious joy that comes with this. I realize much of what I've shared may be abstract, but it is our hope that through experiencing supervision, all of this will make better sense. So, having shared my passion for supervision, let me now share a little bit about myself. My father is Chinese, he's from Hong Kong. My mother is Filipino, she's from Manila. But my three sisters and I were born in England. I am married to my Malaysian husband of over 30 years, and we began our married life in Kuala Lumpur, where our three children were born. For those of you familiar with Malaysia, we've lived in Ampang and Bangsar, Sungai Buloh, and Damansara Heights for a total of 11 and a half years. And then we emigrated to Canada, where we have lived for over 20 years. Consequently, we divide our time between Canada, England, and Malaysia. I do look forward to getting to know some of you in the weeks to come, perhaps through the forums, on Zoom meetings, or even in supervision itself. My hope is that as you experience the benefits of supervision, it will become an integral part of your ministry in spiritual direction. Thank you for listening.